Hi, everybody. Today I am here with Jack Cameron. Jack, could you just introduce yourself and give us a little bit of information about your background and the business you work for?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Jack Cameron, as Claire just said. I'm a mechanical engineer working at a company called IXOM. IXOM's one of the largest chemical manufacturers in New Zealand and Australia. And so we distribute aggressive chemicals for uh, use in the dairy industry, water treatment, industrial processing, food and beverage, so all over the place. But my background, I studied mechanical engineering through the University of Auckland. And yeah, so now I do project engineering on major chemical sites.
Cool. And you mentioned a variety of different industries using these chemicals. Um,
Yeah,
can you explain a little bit about that?
yeah, sure. So yeah, we manufacture strong acids and alkalis and distribute them. So largely used for cleaning, but also used as kind of ingredients in processes and things. So there's always things that need to be taken out or changed in the process. So that's what our chemicals do. It's tidy up stuff.
Cool. Um, so you work with engineering graduates coming out of university. So what sort of engineers are you seeing most of, like electrical, mechanical, chemical? Which ones are you seeing the most of at the moment?
Yeah, so being a chemical process company, a lot of chemical and process
Hmm.
engineers come through, but also electrical. But then, yeah, the nature of our products, we do see some civil engineers from external parties. Um, yeah, but mostly chemical and electrical.
Yeah. And what sorts of skills are you looking for when you are looking at graduates that are coming out into the workforce? What sorts of things are people looking for?
Yeah, I suppose like something that grads need to keep in mind or is that you're not going to be an expert on everything on day one, right? Um, Something that they teach you in school is not everything. It's how to think about problems, how to solve them. That's a big thing about engineering is that you're just a problem solver. So you might not have um, the exact skill that you need, but you know how to get to that skill, or you can do the research to figure it out.
Mm.
You're always going to be learning. You never stop, even after you finish school. You know, you'll learn about something new because of a
Yeah.
project you work on. So, um, a big thing is having that kind of intuition to figure out the next step or go away and kind of solve or think about something a little bit differently.
Yeah. So that's sort of self-determination and self-drive. Because I know, like in school, especially when they're younger, obviously everything's kind of given to you, right? And handed to you, and you're going to create this and you're going to do that, and we're all going to follow the same thing. And as you get through into high school, you do need to be but much more self-sufficient and self-reliant and be driven to find those things yourself. So it sounds to me that that definitely follows through into university and the workforce, that kind of be a problem solver and take on the initiative to do things yourself without necessarily being told what to do all the time and be open to it as well. So good communication and good
Yeah,
collaboration skills with other people. Do you find that you have kids or graduates working in teams, or people you work with are working in teams a lot, or are they sort of solo working?
yeah, definitely collaboration is a big part of engineering and understanding um, problems as well. So, you know, you can't work in a vacuum or in a silo. You have to understand you know, the problem and where it's come from and what you're trying to solve for and keep that kind of front of mind.
Yeah.
And communication's the key to that. Um, and yeah, just being able to talk to people and work together. That's good. Yeah, key
Yeah.
skill.
Yeah. And I find definitely the listening as well. Like communication's definitely listening to what people are saying and taking it on board, as well as having your chance to say something. So if you were going to be talking to students at high school that were thinking about going into engineering, the different fields of engineering that you know of, what sorts of subjects do you think kids should be doing at school?
Definitely maths is helpful, but doesn't strictly have to be like calculus. Statistics is still quite relevant. Um, I did physics as well, which was maths heavy, but I didn't do biology or chemistry. So, and then now look at me, I'm working at one of the largest chemical manufacturing companies in New Zealand. So, yeah, you don't have to be an expert or even have a huge amount of understanding in one area to still end up working on that. Um, yeah, I did design and visual communication, which is a key skill that I use a lot in getting my ideas across the board
Mm.
and helping people understand, the problem or even the solution. Um, yeah, so good things to learn at school.
Yeah,
And then yeah, English is always a great skill to be able to write and
yeah,
have a good understanding of how people are going to read your writing as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
And how have you found the impact of AI in your work area?
Yeah, so I think it's a useful tool, right? It's good to have it in your back pocket for when you need a hand or you don't know what the next step is, to kind of bounce ideas off of. Uh, I use it sometimes to double check, my ideas and make sure that they're sound engineering practice, or check that there's not some hidden legislation or something that I'm not aware of, if it's a new area that we're branching out into. Um, but yeah, definitely a tool. I'm not sure if it would ever fully take over engineers' job because of some of the I don't know, niches that you
Mm,
need to apply it.
yeah.
But yeah, great tool.
Yeah. And that's, everyone that I'm speaking to about it says the exact same thing. Like, yeah, it's a great tool and you use it carefully, use it wisely, but it's not going to take place of your actual ability to do your job. It should hopefully enhance your time maybe and your output of stuff, but not the be all and end all of someone's job, which is good to hear, actually.
Yeah,
So we'll finish up on what would some pieces of advice be that you would give to graduates looking to go into engineering?
yeah. So I suppose, like, try and figure out. It's hard to think of the next step of what you want to do, in terms of your education. Um, Try to think of the end goal of what you'd like to do in your day-to-day job of, like solving problems. That's something that I decided that I really wanted to do. And that's where engineering was you know, the end goal. And then I had to work backwards to find the steps to get there. Often it looks kind of unachievable to get into an engineering job or any technology or science job, but understanding the steps and make it into bite-sized chunks, then you
Mm.
realize, oh, I am on the right track. I just have to choose this pathway to get there.
Yeah. And did you know, like, from quite young, that's what you wanted to do? Or was it more just sort of influence of high school or teachers that kind of got you thinking like that?
Um, I think, like, at growing up, I was always the kind of person who would take something apart to learn how it worked.
Mm.
Even if it wasn't broken, I'd take it apart and fix it and put it back together just to learn. So from doing that, I thought, oh, well, is there a job where I get to do that, to take something apart, potentially
Mm.
fix it, improve it, and then go back at it? And then that's where I thought, oh, what, mechanical engineering? That's kind of where it is. And then, yeah, just aligned that I liked doing maths, and then yeah, the rest is history. Just
Yeah.
followed that pathway.
It's seriously the amount of engineers I speak to that say the same thing blows my mind. Like all the engineers at the moment, and it's all the different types of engineers, but it's the same thing, like tinkering with things, pulling things apart, fixing things, changing it, solving problems. It's all the same. I'm hearing the same stuff, which is really awesome because there's a lot of kids out there that would love that may be in a hard materials classroom or electrical or maybe a digital classroom that is trying to solve problems all the time. And that pulling things apart and putting it back together gives you a really good foundation for how things function and work. And then, yeah, the fact that you've then gone, well, I can actually do this for a job and get paid is pretty cool, actually. So cool. Well, thank you for your time, Jack. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm sure there'll be some little nuggets of inspiration out of this chat.
Thank you.